Yes, delighted to be joined by Liverpool's Egyptian king Mo Salah, who marked the occasion with his 200th goal with his left foot for Liverpool today, another landmark. But I wonder, on a broader sense, in your 8 years at Liverpool, how does this compare with anything else you've experienced?
I think in the best moment in my career probably for Liverpool. I know I won a Champions League before, but wasn't that special. Winning the Premier League in Anfield and be able to do that impact like that, it's incredible.
It was an extraordinary atmosphere even before kick-off. How much in your head were you thinking, we have to stay calm amidst this madness?
I think when you play in Anfield, a few games like that, when you play semi-final or quarter-final Champions League, it's always the atmosphere similar to that. But I knew before the game that the atmosphere will be great, so I had to stay calm. I had to also be a good example for the young players. So I've been passing that experience before, so I handled it well.
And how do you find it playing in that position where you seem to be slightly further forwards when the team don't have the ball? You're able to stay a little bit ahead of the game. Is that something that you've worked on with Arne Slot? Has he told you to do that?
Yes, we spoke about it a lot. Sometimes in the beginning of the season he wanted me to defend that deep. Then I was honest with him. I told him, you can ask me to go inside our box, but my number will be completely different than now. But when I'm able to gamble a little bit here or there, I can make the difference, and you can see that during the season.
So you were able to negotiate that, were you?
I've been working with lawyer for many years. So. No, but he's a good person. He gives you the space to speak about everything you want, so it makes a difference for us.
What was your thoughts when Jurgen Klopp left the football club and you knew Arne Slot was coming in? What was your first impression when the manager came into the football club?
I think the first thing in my head, like, I want to win it again without Jurgen, without Sadio, without Bobby, without these guys. I appreciate them a lot, but I want to win it without them. I want to say that I'm able to do it for the team, for the club, because I believe I can do it, so I'm glad that I did it.
And obviously Arne is a very different type of coach to Jurgen. What you've just said there about those one-to-one relationships that he has with the players, would you say that's a key part of how he coaches, understanding each individual player?
Absolutely, absolutely. He's like, he asks you immediately what he wants you to do. Like, if you don't do it, he'll ask you again. I think in the pre-season, I remember he gets a few clips of me in the warm-up. The warm-up, just like doing like this. What is that? Look at the young player behind you, and all of them follow. So, like, he's very honest. He speaks to you straight away. I think it has to make huge difference.
Mo, what drives you? Is it legacy that you're going to leave at Liverpool Football Club?
Absolutely, absolutely. I just want to be able that. If I leave the football in any time, I just want to say I give it all. I didn't hold here or there. I give it all. I'm happy about my career. I just go.
You've done okay.
So far, it's fine.
We've spoken to you plenty of times. You've always come and spoken to us here at NBC, and he's a numbers man. You remember, you know all your numbers. You're like all creative players. I think you set yourself targets, and that remotivates you. It seems that you're as dedicated and passionate about what's ahead as what you've achieved
absolutely,
so far.
Absolutely. I love the numbers. That's something drive me every day to go to the gym and do my homework. So I will never stop that until probably I retired. So it's something that motivates me so much. So I enjoy it.
Okay, just a quiet night in then, Mo, tonight?
Sorry?
Just a quiet night in tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm very quiet, you can see.
Well, welcome back to Anfield, where we're joined by Arne Slot. And I wonder, Arne, first of all, many congratulations on this astonishing achievement. How do you process what you've just gone through in the last 50 minutes, the moments of acclaim in this famous old stadium?
Brilliant. Unreal as well. You're so focused on the game and on the result, getting that point, that during the whole game you're so focused on that you want to achieve it. Then probably the last 15 to 20 it felt quite comfortable, and the atmosphere was brilliant, and the moment the referee blows his whistle, you know we did it.
And were you aware of the wider picture, so thousands of people in the streets outside the stadium also wanting to join in the celebration?
No, I wasn't aware of that. I'm not surprised by that, because we have a lot of fans, and unfortunately not everyone can be inside the stadium. But when we arrived here with the bus, the fans that were already there, it just felt that it was almost impossible not to get that point. although Spurs did score the first goal.
Yeah.
And just with the process of the last few weeks, you know, where the form dropped off a little bit, a couple of the results, given how incredible the season's been for you, just talk us through that sort of emotion and that preparation for games like this, where it looks like you're going to get there in the end quite comfortably, but the reality is a bit different.
Yeah, no, I think the result kept exactly the same. I think from the last 6 or 7 games we only lost 1. But results as the one today, that's not every week the same. So we had a few difficult games, but we managed to win that one. It's always difficult if you are so far ahead and everybody is expecting you to win. You want to do it on the first occasion, because if you don't, it's another week waiting. It's another week waiting. So very, very pleased for the players, but definitely also for the fans that we could do it today, because the last time we won it, the fans couldn't be there. So that's why I think, yeah, this was the only outcome we could have to win it today.
Arne, the start of the season, you replace a different type of character in Jurgen Klopp. But what did you see watching Jurgen Klopp's team that you could improve to take you to the title?
I think I've said it many times, there was not so much to improve. I think every manager, even now for next season, we have to improve as well. But I think we could keep most things the same, and the second year the team plays together is always better than the first year. And we started off really well, and that always helps. Mo had, of course, a great season. We're scoring so many goals. So yeah, we might have adjusted 1 or 2 things, but that probably would have done Jurgen as well if he would have stayed. We inherited a great quality team, but the culture of the team was, I expected it, but it was a positive and pleasant surprise to inherit the team with this winning mentality.
Can I ask you one more thing about the pre-season? So in the pre-season, you looked at various options in that number 6 role.
Yeah.
What did you see in Ryan Gravenberch that made you think that's the person, and why you didn't go in the transfer market?
Now, first of all, he has a good height. He can run, so he just keeps on running. So he's not the type of player maybe that is with the number 6, like where he played with Kante, who's so aggressive in the duels. He's a different type, but he can run a lot, and he's so comfortable on the ball. And I think with the way we play out from the back, with the players we have over there, it's so important to have a number 6 that can, if you outplay something, that can speed up the play. And that's what he can, mainly with dribbles, and maybe he can improve a bit in passing, but mainly with, if we find him, he just dribbles all the way into the midfield, into our front line. And that is, I think, apart from him, that he keeps running is an important part to play in that position.
Well, many congratulations, Arne, from all of us at NBC and our American audience. And I guess this is the start of a month-long party.
It probably will be. Yeah.
Enjoy the parade, because you will not see scenes like that ever. It's incredible.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Congratulations.
To celebrate becoming Premier League champions with their fans at Anfield on Sunday, something Mohamed Salah and co were unable to do 5 years ago. Star man Mohamed Salah seemed to admit it was sad that he could not share Liverpool's second Premier League title triumph in 5 years with his former attacking partners Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane, as well as Jurgen Klopp. The influential trio were the driving force behind the Reds' last title triumph under Klopp back in 2020 and terrorised many a Premier League defence during their heyday. But with both Mane and Firmino leaving Anfield, Salah has become the only one of the 3 to win a second domestic crown. Salah has been in sensational form this season, registering a remarkable 46 goal contributions in just 34 games to help inspire Arne Slot's side to a record-equalling 20th domestic title. But the Egyptian superstar couldn't help but share a thought for his old Anfield pals as the title celebrations got underway in the aftermath of Sunday's 5-1 thrashing of sorry Tottenham. Reflecting on the celebrations back in 2020, where COVID-19 restrictions prevented fans from attending Anfield for the trophy lift, Salah said, this is way better 100%. Without Sadio, without Jurgen, without Bobby, with everybody it feels more special, with the fans. But you have a different group now, a different manager, and you show you are able to do it again. It's something special. Much has been made of Salah's spectacular form this season under Slot, who has worked wonders during his first year at the helm after stepping into the void left by Klopp. Liverpool, England. Through a haze of red smoke, a generation of Liverpool dreams were realised. Before kick-off, fans came in the thousands, perching in trees and climbing on top of scaffolding to welcome the champions-elect to Anfield. Hours later, Liverpool's coronation as Premier League champions was confirmed with a pulsating 5-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspur. At the full-time whistle, goalkeeper Alisson Becker sank to his knees in the penalty area. Trent Alexander-Arnold clambered onto Ibrahima Konat's back as the sky lit up with fireworks. This was a party more than 3 decades in the making. When Alan Hansen lifted the First Division trophy back in May 1990, 2 years before the inception of the Premier League, nobody of a Liverpool persuasion could have foreseen the 30-year title drought that would ensue. When manager Jurgen Klopp and his players clinched the club's 19th title triumph in 2020, they brought to an end what felt like a lifetime of hurt and marked Liverpool out as a force on the rise. But the coronavirus pandemic ensured there could be no lavish celebrations, and the trophy was lifted in an empty stadium, on an empty cop. Today, Anfield was, at the request of captain Virgil van Dijk, a sea of brilliant red, with the 12 post-match scenes sure to live long in the memory of the 60,000 supporters who were there. The party they had waited so long for had arrived. It's a triumph that will sting, too, for onlookers at Old Trafford, with Liverpool having now drawn level with Manchester United on 20 league titles. In many ways, the game itself felt like a sideshow. Arsenal's 2-2 draw with Crystal Palace in midweek meant only a point was required against Spurs to get Liverpool over the line, and perhaps the pre-match euphoria contributed to the frenzied, end-to-end opening of this clash. Mohamed Salah came close to making himself the early hero when he curled an effort narrowly wide of the post inside 2 minutes. But, amid the blur of red balloons and the cries of hand it over Manchester as Liverpool closed in taking the title from last year's winners, Manchester City, errors crept in. It was in the 12th minute that Ibrahima Konate booted ball out of play for needless corner, and, only seconds later, Dominic Solanke was afforded the space to power home from James Maddison's inch-perfect cross, handing Tottenham an unexpected lead in front of the Kop. It was not the start that the scriptwriters had planned for, but rarely this season have Liverpool shown much regard for the script. In fact, from the moment the first ball was kicked against Ipswich Town at Portman Road back in August, Liverpool have shown little intention of fulfilling the prophecy they were forecast in the days and weeks after legendary manager Klopp hung up his baseball cap last summer. Under Slot, Liverpool have not been flawless, but they have been relentless. They have shown a willingness to dig in and grind out results and the ability to, when needed, apply a sprinkling of stardust. Certainly, after the early setback, Liverpool sparkled against Tottenham. It was Luis Diaz who drew the hosts level, sweeping home from close range after Dominic Szoboszlai's low cross. 8 minutes later, Liverpool were ahead, the industrious Alexis McAllister rifling an effort from range past Guglielmo Vicario to well and truly light the red touch paper. By the time Cody Gakpo had made it 3-1 with a deft finish shortly after the half-hour mark, the celebrations were in full swing, with Slot's name ringing around a raucous Anfield. Liverpool's dominance was underlined in the second half when Salah slotted home his 28th top-flight goal of the season to become the top-scoring foreign player in Premier League history, surpassing the previous record set by former Man City striker Sergio Aguero. A miserable afternoon for Tottenham was then compounded when Destiny Udogie diverted the ball into the back of his own net after 69 minutes. It was the icing on top of the cake for the Liverpool fans, who immediately launched into a fervent chorus of "Champions, champions!" And, when referee Thomas Brummel declared the contest finally over, the celebrations could begin in earnest. Red flares appeared in the crowd as the first strains of Dua Lipa's One Kiss echoed around the stadium. For almost an hour, Slot and his players stayed on the pitch to soak up the ovation and, when they stood, arm in arm, in front of the Kop to join in with a charged rendition of the club's anthem "You'll Never Walk Alone," it felt like 35 years of repressed emotion was unleashed. Perhaps the moment of the afternoon, though, came when Slot was asked during a post-match interview on the pitch about the moment he was officially unveiled as Liverpool boss. It was on the final day of last season that Klopp urged supporters to join him in singing his successor's name, paving the way for a seamless transition. Able to celebrate becoming Premier League champions with their fans at Anfield on Sunday, something Mohamed Salah and co were unable to do 5 years ago. Star man Mohamed Salah seemed to admit it was sad that he could not share Liverpool's second Premier League title triumph in 5 years with his former attacking partners Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane, as well as Jurgen Klopp. The influential trio were the driving force behind the Reds' last title triumph under Klopp back in 2020 and terrorised many a Premier League defence during their heyday. But with both Mané and Firmino leaving Anfield, Salah has become the only one of the three to win a second domestic crown. Salah has been in sensational form this season, registering a remarkable 46 goal contributions in just 34 games to help inspire Arne Slot's side to a record-equalling 20th domestic title. But the Egyptian superstar couldn't help but share a thought for his old Anfield pals as the title celebrations got underway in the aftermath of Sunday's 5-1 thrashing of sorry Tottenham. Reflecting on the celebrations back in 2020, where COVID-19 restrictions prevented fans from attending Anfield for the trophy lift, Salah said, this is way better 100%. Without Sadio, without Jurgen, without Bobby, with everybody it feels more special, with the fans. But you have a different group now, a different manager, and you show you are able to do it again. It's something special. Much has been made of Salah's spectacular form this season under Slot, who has worked wonders during his first year at the helm after stepping into the void left by Klopp.